Today we're going to be exploring the M4 iPad Pro. Now, the main reason why I want to explore this is because when it comes to my M1 iPad, as you can see, I've been using it. You can see my case, my keyboard. You can see that, this is my daily driver when it comes to content creation. And you can see I didn't beat it up. Like I'm no slouch to, you know what I'm saying, putting in work when it comes to my devices. My devices, I actually use them to work. Like I'm not just using them to do, unboxings or something like that. The biggest problem I have with the M1 right now, well, it's actually two. It is video editing and is encoding. So to put it in perspective for you, like when I'm editing in LumaFusion or DaVinci Resolve, it works fine. It works actually really, really good. But if I try to edit in Final Cut Pro, when I tell you I take a huge performance hit when it comes to just going through the timeline and things like that, and I don't understand why Apple wouldn't optimize it more for the M1 chip since they did such a good job with the MacBook Pros and the Airs when it comes to Final Cut Pro. But long story short, I don't like the experience on this, so I'm gonna be jumping up to the M4. The other reason why I'm jumping up to the M4 is because when it comes to encoding, I don't know if you remember back in the day when we were using Premiere and we would export and we would have to leave, go do something else, come back because there wasn't no such thing as sitting down waiting on it to get done. Well, that's how it is when I'm exporting a video from LumaFusion. The export for LumaFusion is relatively quickly. I mean, it might take like 15, 20 minutes depending upon the video file size, but that's to be expected. The encoding to take it from a 16 gigabyte or 100 gigabyte video file down to something more manageable to upload to YouTube is the bottleneck. Like that might take an hour, 2 hours, depending upon the actual video file size. And I'm not sure if that is because I'm using an M1 chip and it's maxing it out, or if that's a software issue. So I'm really interested to see moving forward how my export times will look when it comes to encoding. That's another main reason why I want it. And then the last reason why I want it is I just want to explore the new iPad M4. I didn't get this the M1, so I didn't get the M2. From my understanding, Apple skipped over the M3. So we're on the M4. So I'm looking forward to that. I got a few accessories to go with it. So let's jump in. All right, so this is the iPad Pro. Now, this one right here is the 2 terabyte. So if you look, it's the 2 terabytes, the M4 Wi-Fi plus cellular. And if we come over here, this is the standard glass. So I did not get the one with the more fancier glass, mainly because honestly, I didn't know if I was gonna like it. And if I don't like it, I can't take it off. So I prefer to stick with the standard glass because that's what I know. So that's the one I got. So let's open it up. All right. And this is the new iPad. Now, I know a lot of people talked about how thin it is, and yeah, it really is pretty thin. We're going to set this to the side for a moment. We can see what else is up in the box. Okay, so we get a charger, which I'm not going to use this because I use a Ugreen charger. So I'm gonna leave that in a box, and then this is a USB-C. I got a lot of USB-Cs, so I'm just gonna leave all this in a box. And if I ever need a charger or something like that, then I can come here and grab one. Then up in here we got our documentation. Probably got some stickers up in here as well. Maybe. Guess not. Apple, what happened to our stickers? Okay, yeah, so all this up in there. And we can close this back up and check out the iPad. And this is the iPad. Now, straight away looking at this, it is very thin, and it's kind of hard to show how thin it is on camera, but it is extremely thin. Now, for me personally, I'm gonna have it in a case. It's much lighter than the Surface Pro for sure. But for me, I'm gonna have it in a case, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I like the improvements with the camera being right here versus on the side. My finger used to always cover it up. I noticed that we gave up one of our cameras, so now it looks like it looks like we only got one camera because I think this is LiDAR right here. That's our flash. So we now only have one camera, whereas I think we used to have two or three. I know we at least had two. Let me check my iPad. Yeah, so we had two cameras right here. We got two cameras right here. Now we only got one camera, so we did give up one camera. Other than that, I don't really see any more noticeable difference on here. So really quickly, our first accessory we're gonna grab is going to be Paperlike. I decided to use Paperlike mainly because, I mean, honestly, I know what Paperlike is. I got it on my other iPad, and I know I like it. And in the grand scheme of things, people say that you can get the single glass and save a few bucks on if you go with Paperlike. But honestly, you're not saving money if you go with Paperlike. You spending more money because these papers go out, and while you do get two in a pack, you gotta constantly replace them as they go out, and these are not exactly cheap. So that's something to consider. But with me, I prefer Paperlike over that because I still want to feel like I'm writing on paper. And with it having that texture, you still feel like you still getting that click of glass. So I don't want that. So that's why I'm going with this. All right. So we're going to open this up. We're going to install it. So first things first, I'm just going to clean it. All right. Looks like that's how it's going to go on. That looks like the right fit. Once we have the fit, we're gonna just grab this. We can place it right here. Now, once we have the fit the way we want it, all right. So I got the Paperlike on there now. I can just peel this right here, and now you can see that's the Paperlike. You can see. Well, I'm not sure, but I feel like it's more reflective now that this is on. But honestly, I prefer it like this. I have some bubbles on here that I'm gonna take the time to go over with a credit card or something like that to push them out. But for the most part, this is the Paperlike, and honestly, I like it. All right, so moving on to the very next accessory to enhance this is going to be the Magic Keyboard. Now, I got the one that I always get, which I guess is like a black or silver type deal, but we can open it up really quickly. And this is the keyboard itself right here. And I recently just unboxed the Surface Pro 11 with that keyboard, and I have to say, that keyboard is amazing. So I'm interested to see how this keyboard would feel. There's nothing else in the box. We can open this up, put that right there. This is extremely light. I give them that. Puts me in the mind of actually put me in the mind of my MacBook Pro, honestly. I like that we have our function row keys now. That's a beautiful thing. Nah, I like the Surface keyboard better. This one puts me in the mind of those butterfly switches we used to have that I wasn't a big fan of. The travel is it's barely there. Mm, in fact, I like my other keyboard better than this one. So I don't know. I do like the function row up here. I give them that though. So I don't know. The next accessory that we're going to grab is one that I think is super critical if you don't want to lose your Apple Pencil. And that is going to be this right here. So this is for the Apple Pencil. I'm going to grab this, unbox it, and it goes like right here. So it literally hits right there. And once I place my iPad in, it will stay. So all you gotta do is grab this, slide it to right there, put that right there, and now my Apple Pencil will sit right there. I can close it, and I no longer have to concern myself with if I lose my Apple Pencil because that has happened to me already. I had to buy another one because I didn't feel it fall off. So this right here, for me, is a must. I'm glad someone came out with it. And our last accessory to round things out is going to be the Apple Pencil Pro. So I'm just gonna unzip it right quick. You can pull it out. I don't feel any noticeable difference from all the other Apple pencils. Just want to make sure it'll fit, and it does. So yeah, that's all I really care about. I'm gonna power this up. All right, so now that everything is set up, I'm actually connected to AT&T network because this is a cellular version. And honestly, I mean, it's your standard typical out the box stuff. A lot of this stuff I delete because honestly I don't use it. So from that standpoint, this is the 2 terabyte model. So technically some of it I could keep on there, but like I say, I don't use it, so it's no point in me having it on here. Plus, when you're editing videos on here, it takes up a lot of room. So I want to have as much room as possible for that. But I mean, all in all, fresh out the box, looking at it, I put the screen protector on first. And the main reason why I did that is because I didn't want to see the OLED without the screen protector on there. So that way I can't miss what I've never seen, if that makes any type of sense to you. At least it do to me. So that's the reason why I done it like that. And yeah, I'm gonna just finish setting this up. I'm going to update it. You can see that I have an update. So if I come over to software update, it has me updating to 17.7. I have all my other ones on beta. Like I could put this one on the developers beta because I have access to it, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna leave that off, and I think I'm just gonna leave this at the normal. Actually, I am gonna put it on beta. So I'm gonna do the developers beta instead of public because it gives you more functionality, but it also gives you more pains. So I'm gonna update now. Well, I'm gonna update it once I finish this video. And from there, I mean, yeah, this is it. Now, honestly, I'm not gonna really be doing much with it right now because right now I'm in the middle of testing out the Surface Pro 11, and so far so well, I've really been enjoying it. However, it is one thing that made me go ahead and do this unboxing now and just let this video sit on the shelf for a little while until I'm ready to upload it to the channel. And that's mainly because I want to start seeing how good it is at editing, because on my Surface Pro, it leaves a little to be desired, to say the least. So we're gonna see how it play out. But with that being said, I can't wait to really dive deep into this and set it up the way I want. I always set up all my new devices as brand new devices. I don't want to bring over no sludge or anything like that with me, because a lot of my personal devices, like even on my phone, I got tons of apps on this phone right now that I don't even use no more. So I don't want to bring over all those. I prefer to have a clean slate and start over. That way the ones I install are in fact the ones that I'm actually using, and not a lot of apps being pulled over just because it's on the device, but I haven't used it in the last 3, 4 months, if that makes sense. So with that being said, that's all I got for you in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up so I know you like videos just like this one. Till next time, later.